Wonder if this match advances to the semifinals. We are at round 2, so let me change that. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So this is going to be very interesting. Both Rapta and Chillalla maxed in their matches up against Foligno and Obelix, respectively. And Chillalla, unfortunately, already creating a long bar dependency, causing her to already having to take some early burns. The stack is fine though, so she is in a position to score 2 Tetrises, knocks down 1. Sets up an S-flat delay burn, knocks down a Tetris. And okay, gonna avoid creating a long bar dependency. Love to get a J-piece here. J-piece comes a bit too late. Set up for a dirty Tetris here on row 4. She covers up the well at the wrong moment. Well is reopened. Chillalla still holding out for this long bar. And having a burn, just continuously taking herself out of Tetris readiness. And not able to utilize any of these long bars for Tetrises. Gisiel goes for a split delay burn. Not Tetris ready. It's just going to take the triple. She's getting out of this. Meanwhile, Rapta was able to take quite a deal advantage and almost up to 100,000 point lead. But Chillalla has now gotten the board under control. She can start scoring. So as long as Rapta continues to score Tetrises at a consistent pace, Rapta should be able to hold on to this approximate 100,000 point lead. As a quick Tetris generates some more separation, as Chillalla having some issues yet again. Having to burn her way down. There is Tetris for both Chillalla and Rapta. 288 to 153. Line counts are identical, so Rapta with 130,000 point true advantage. Chillalla now stacking cleanly after finally being able to resolve that situation that happened around 30 lines or so. But Rapta is putting the pressure on her in this game. Gonna force her to have to play really well on 19 if Rapta can go the distance. Well, players Tetris ready. Rapta knocks down a Tetris. 384 for Rapta and 292 for Chillalla. Real clean so far. And ooh, this is a little bit tricky for Chillalla. Having to do some more burns, and Rapta just meticulous stacking. No, like I said in their match up against Foligno, you know, even though Rapta's stacking style might be a little bit archaic in terms of how there isn't any, you know, crazy overhangs or crazy spin setups, the stacking is incredibly solid and consistent. And you're seeing this again here in game number 1 up against Chillalla. Chillalla has also been stacking pretty well for the most part, just had a little bit of an issue that resulted in, you know, 30 burn lines, which is definitely enough Tetrises for Rapta to gain a 100,000 point lead. And all Rapta's been doing has been increasing that lead with Tetris after Tetris. 521 for Rapta, 377 for Chillalla. Another Tetris for Chillalla. Chillalla, Tetris ready. We are nearing the transition. There's one Tetris. Can try and grab two more. Another Tetris for Chillalla. Set up for one last one. Will she get it? Yes, she does. Transitioning at 470,000. Very impressive considering how much burning she had to go through in the earlier parts of the pre-transition. Meanwhile, Rapta trying to go for two more. RNG with the double long bar there is going to allow Rapta to transition at 620,000. Near 150,000 point lead at transition. Knocks down a quick Tetris. Chillalla just needs one good moment for Rapta to slow down. It can try and gain some ground, but Rapta is not stopping. 670 to now 576. 120,000 separation currently. Nice overhangs over there by Rapta. Chillalla having to do some burning. Another Tetris for Rapta. 721 now. Nails the S-spin. Tetris ready. And not going to go for the J left. I'm going to instead take the safety burns. And with a 150,000 point lead, you can take those burns. As Rapta now goes with 780,000 in level 22. And unfortunately, Chillalla's not going to be able to survive. So Rapta takes game number 1. Looks like Rapta might try and play this one out. With the current score, what is Rapta's PB? Oh, okay. Unless 29 play is involved, Rapta is not going to be able to break their PB. But this could be a comp PB, I don't know. And, oh. Rapta's just going to top out one Tetris away from the max. Probably realize that this couldn't PB. Here we go on 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So, great game from Rapta in game 1. Just an overwhelming victory in both 18 and 19. And, ooh, Chillalla's getting hit with some rough pieces early on. She's able to get the long bar. He's going to stay alive, knock down 2 quick Tetrises. Is set up for, well, almost set up for a third. Meanwhile, Rapta off to a slow start. Having to burn a good majority of the first 20 lines. Whereas, contrast to game 1, Chillalla been playing this incredibly solid. Gonna have a 1 Tetris lead over Rapta approximately. As Rapta holds out for a J and gets it, and the corresponding eyepiece. Tetris for Chillalla, going to take her up to 142. Just really solid stacking so far. Chillalla forced to have to go for that spin. Was probably waiting for an S piece. Gets a J piece to fill in said dependency. And knock down a Tetris. 191 to 1. Scratch that. 214 to 170. And Chillalla has essentially like reversed the roles, where last game Rapta had a massive lead. This game Chillalla has not as massive as the lead as Rapta had, but a pretty sizable one currently at around a 40,000 point advantage. Excuse me. Anyways, Tetris for Rapta and Chillalla. Players are clean. Chillalla, not quite Tetris ready, has a massive exaggerated double wide. And it does end up getting resolved. There is Tetris for Chillalla. 332 to 270, so lead hasn't changed. And it's actually only a 40,000 point lead just due to the sheer line discrepancy potential. It requires Rapta to continuously knock down Tetrises in periods where Chillalla has to burn, we'll just say 4 lines. Anyways, Tetris for Chillalla, 402 to 317. As Rapta now encounters some difficulties. This is tricky. Gets the I piece to fill in the dependency. Needs a corresponding L and J. Gets another I piece to fill in another dependency. Rapta is still having to burn out of this. And there it is. Tetris for Rapta. 353 to now 448. Scratch that. 471. Chillalla looking pretty clean here. There's one Tetris. No, not going to get set up immediately. In fact, Chillalla prolonging how long it took for her to get Tetris ready. Ended up costing her 2 lines so far. There's a third, 5-line burn right there. But Rapta not really built in a position to take advantage of those minuscule burn opportunities. There's another Tetris for Rapta. Another Tetris for Rapta. 449 to now 547, 100,000 point separation. Almost the polar opposite what we saw in game 1. And Chillalla getting a couple of tricky pieces. Transition is 1 line away for Chillalla. She's going to transition with a Tetris, putting her at 579 and Rapta at 479. So separated almost by literally 100,000 points. There's Tetris for Rapta. Chillalla at 634. Nice solve with the S's for Chillalla. Meanwhile, Rapta still trailing, but it's also behind in lines. So 585 to now 638. And Chillalla is burning. She's doing a fantastic job with these efficient solves. She's now Tetris ready. Rapta 1 Mino off. Sets up an S flat, executes it properly, knocks down Tetris 617 to now 700,000 even almost. There it is. Chillalla set up for another Tetris. Rapta kind of looking dangerous right here. Long bar dependency in the center doesn't get filled immediately. All right, nice burns over here for Rapta. Opens up the well. Chillalla not able to really score just yet, but the well is open again for Chillalla and covered right back up. And Rapta's now starting to catch back up. Now only down by 60,000, but Chillalla's going to knock down another Tetris to create some separation. However, we do have a line advantage for Rapta. So much so that we can almost be tied. So in terms of pace, Rapta has the advantage. There's another Tetris for Rapta. Another Tetris for Rapta. 781 to 814. Scratch that 847. This is getting real close here. Another Tetris for Chillalla. Rapta needs to knock down and match these Tetrises that Chillalla is scoring. Rapta is Tetris ready yet again. Trying to keep things safe. And there it is. Another Tetris for Rapta. 845 to now 885. 877 to now 887. Chillalla knocks down a Tetris. Give herself some breathing room as Rapta's having to kind of manage. And oh no, the misdrop. Chillalla also not in a great position. Chillalla might top out here. Only 10 lines left to resolve this situation and try and score a couple extra Tetrises. Rapta needs to get in a Tetris scoring position, knock down a Tetris, and potentially go into the lead. All right, Chillalla trying to set up for a dirty. It's not going to happen. Okay, Rapta, you need 932,000. One Tetris will... I think one Tetris will do it. Yeah, one Tetris will do it. 932,000. Rapta's got to set up for a Tetris. Rapta's not setting up for a Tetris. All right, gets the split triple. All right, 132,000. Gets the long bar over. Wow, look at this. Chasing this down on 29. Still needs 10,000 more points. Needs to get a piece to the left. Needs to get a piece to the left. Needs to get a piece to the left. And, oh, just so close. Chillalla's going to tie it up 1-1. Rapta just didn't set up the Tetris on 28 and couldn't get enough lines on 29 in order to chase it down. But that means we are now tied. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So we are now tied 1-1. And Rapta was in such a strong position towards the end of the game, but after a misdrop on 26 and spending majority of 27 trying to get it under control, they were unable to clean up by 28 and weren't necessarily in a comfortable position to set up a dirty Tetris either, and kind of had to rely on 29 play. But getting pieces over to the left on 29 with tapping is incredibly difficult. I mean, even for some rollers. Unless you're Miles. Anyways, Chillalla is continuing her momentum from the first game. Had a fantastic 20-line opener here, resulting in just 3 burns. There is Tetris for Chillalla. And Chillalla going for a lot of creative overhangs here. Still going to want a J or an S piece. And there's the J piece. Perfect. Chillalla's Tetris ready. Rapta's been Tetris ready and knocks down a Tetris. And is actually starting to catch up to Chillalla's score. But because of the line discrepancy, Chillalla is still going to maintain around a 2 Tetris lead. And, ooh, wow, the adjustment over there for Rapta to get the Tetris. It was a little risky for sure. But it looks like it's going to pay off. Chillalla with now a long bar dependency in the center gets that filled. She's ready for a Tetris, but some tricky pieces here. And Chillalla getting up a little bit high. All right, takes a double. Gonna take another safety double. Goes for 2 single skims, take a triple, and holds out just long enough for the long bar. Amazing drought management, great discipline right there from Chillalla. Rapta, however, has taken advantage and is now only fallen behind by approximately 30,000 points. Anyways, 304 to now 340. Chillalla having to do a little bit of burning here. Eyepiece is needed. And it's going to be a triple, not a Tetris. Decides to use the J piece instead. Nice. Great usage of pieces. But Rapta is now taking the lead. There it is. Tetris for Chillalla. And Chillalla running into some minor complications. Both players knocked down a Tetris. So Chillalla doing the best that she can to hold on to this Tetris lead. But having to burn those lines brought them only separated by a single worth in points. There it is, Tetris for Chillalla and Rapta. And we are tied at 102 lines. There is Tetris for Rapta breaking the tie. Chillalla not getting the eyepiece now. Where's the eyepiece for Chillalla? Forced to take a triple. Gonna take 2 skim singles. And there it is, Tetris for Chillalla. 451 to now 467. $490 now for Rapta. 476 for Chillalla. We are nearing the transition here. So 3 Tetrises is left at play for both players. And ooh, Chillalla, this is not looking too hot. But survives just long enough. Rapta knocks down a Tetris. And so does Chillalla as she transitions at 527. A very respectable transition. However, something that's not respectable is right now, RNG appears to be droughting Rapta for the ideal piece to fill in said dependencies. Rapta transitions at 440 or 543, pardon me. Quick Tetris for both Chillalla and Rapta. Rapta still holding on to a 40,000 point lead, but all it takes on 19 is just one good dig or one good drought, and your opponent gains a massive lead on you. Or increases the lead, the existing lead. Both players playing a little bit defensively with their stacking. They're not trying to go too aggressive, not aiming to set up too many overhangs. $597 and now $649. And still, this is an incredibly close game, separated by just about a Tetris. That Tetris is going to separate us by 6,000 points. Oh, wow. What a down stack over there by Rapta. Fantastic placements. But Rapta is still not in a position to score. And oh no, that might be it. Rapta tops out at 691. Chillalla takes game number 3 and is one step closer to advancing to the semis. we got ready and hover 3. Let's go and count them down. Also, friendly reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to check us out live on Twitch on Monthly Tetris. And if you're watching this anywhere, stay highlighted. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Not highlighted, hydrated. Wow. Stay hydrated. That's important. All right, Chillalla, 1 game away from advancing to the semis. And she's going for a lot of overhangs. Gonna go for the eye spin and misses it. And man, missing that eye spin in that particular setup is always brutal. But let's see how Chillalla is going to solve this. Interesting. Rapta not in a position to score Tetrises either. As a matter of fact, Rapta having to continue the burns. Chillalla's gotten the stack under control. And Rapta's still burning, not down by much, only down by a Tetris. But man, those S's were unwanted. Nice adjustment, so there's some accommodation for the S's. Flat burn. Very nice. Bringing the stack down. More weight getting put on the hole. And Chillalla not getting the long bar to capitalize on this moment. She's been waiting on this long bar for a good period of time now. And Rapta is almost down at the bottom. Finally, Chillalla gets a long bar, knocks down a Tetris. But Rapta, he's been playing exceedingly well this game. Just the sheer survival that was needed up top. Chillalla just had to wait forever for that long bar. And, you know, in situations like those, when your opponent is in, you know, these massive digs, you want to be able to take, you know, you want to be able to capitalize. And for Chillalla, that was not a possibility. And right now, getting a little bit high. And wow, what? Yeah, I'd take an exhale after that too. Rapta with a beautiful overhang right there. Both players clean and Tetris ready. Rapta, oh, not able to get that square quite all the way over. Nice tucks over underneath that overhang. There's Tetris for Rapta. Got a little bit of a square spire over there for Chillalla. She's been listening too much to 12 Days of Tetris, particularly starting from verse 5. Anyways, 251 to now 286. Chillalla in need of a J or an I piece. Either or will work. Gets not 1, but 2 I pieces. Love a third one to score Tetris, but can't really expect RNG to be nice to you now, can you? Oh, wow. What a burn that was. Absolutely fantastic burn over there by Chillalla. That burn, instead of filling in the dependency and creating an isolated dependency, she placed the L piece in such a way that the corresponding dependency was L or J instead of just having a one-piece solve, allowing her to efficiently and safely get out of that particular situation. And we are tied there for a second. Rapta is able to knock down a Tetris, breaking the tie. Knock down another one. And Rapta's not going Rapta's not going down without a fight. There's Tetris for Chillalla. 392 to now 414. Roughly 3 Tetrises left for both players. Chillalla is unfortunately going to fall out of eligibility for 2 of those Tetris, or for 1 of those Tetrises. She's going to want an eyepiece here. Can try and go for row 2. Rapta knocks down a Tetris. Can try and grab one more to transition with a 500k. Both players are ready, waiting on the long bar. Chillalla transitions at 452. And Rapta transitions at 506. Chillalla knocks down a quick Tetris into the transition. And, ooh, perfect clear. Ah, no perfect clear. I mean, there's no bonus besides the fact that it looks cool. But there it is, Tetris for Chillalla. 507 now 537. Rapta, Tetris ready. Knocks down a Tetris. 563 now for Rapta. Rapta knocks down another Tetris, and Chillalla follows suit. She trails by approximately 1 Tetris and change. Rapta knocks down a Tetris, and Chillalla waiting on the long bar. Long bar is taking its sweet time to show up. The well is reopened. Where's the long bar for Chillalla? There it is, and she is able to get it over. Rapta now at 654. 50,000 point lead over Chillalla as she gets Tetris ready. Knocks down another Tetris, 631 to now 685. Chillalla sets up an overhang, goes for the tuck, knocks down a Tetris, but Rapta counters, preventing any of the lead going away. There it is, Tetris over there for Chillalla, and Rapta actually had to take a triple. That's huge. Chillalla has now closed the gap to now only 30,000 points. Rapta knocks down a Tetris. Chillalla going for a couple of skims, forced to take more skims, but Rapta's having to burn. Chillalla knocks down a Tetris. Rapta still has a couple of lines left to burn, and with that Tetris, we are now almost exactly tied. However, there is a line discrepancy in favor of Rapta, so Rapta goes up to a 1 Tetris lead. Chillalla knocks down a Tetris, 793 to 793. Level 26 here for Chillalla. Rapta holding out for the long bar. Long bar is not coming. Chillalla is Tetris ready. Does a skim, knocks down a Tetris, 826 to now 800,000. Both players Tetris ready. Both players knock down a Tetris. So Chillalla still holding on to a 30,000 point lead. But oh, long bar dependency right there in the center for Chillalla. So she's going to have to burn, meaning Rapta knocks down a Tetris. Takes a 4,000 point lead. Chillalla is not in a position to score right now. But neither is Rapta. Chillalla's going to go for it. She's going for the dirty. She's hoping to get the dirty Tetris here. But the long bar is not coming in time. Rapta is clean. Makes the adjustment. Knocks down a Tetris. 909. But Chillalla counters 908. But Chillalla can only score 1 more Tetris here. And it's going to have to be a dirty. Rapta going for this high level tuck. He's currently down. Oh no! The well gets covered at the last possible second, and Chillalla with that Tetris is going to secure it. She is advancing to the semis. What a close game that was. And Rapta almost had the comeback. Absolutely phenomenal. But that means that you are the bracket winner, Chillalla, and you are going to the semifinals. But wow, what a conclusion to the set. But with that being over, that means, ladies and gentlemen, my time here is up.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.